having a good day. I didn't eat until like a couple hours ago. I couldn't get out of bed. Ruby, they're just kids. Chill out. You're not being very nice to them right now. They're just babies. She really doesn't like the kittens. I don't know what it is. She's cool with everybody else, but for some reason the kittens, she just does not want to deal with them. Really understand it. Being a little toxic. You're not even attacking her either. It's just if they come by, she gets pissed off. I don't know what her deal is. I guess she's just older. I don't know how old she is. I can't relate. It's actually not that odd. I might just take it easy the next few days. Next day I have off. I'm gonna go to the game center. Angel was like my only friend when I moved here, so losing her is not easy. Still not really processing it.
紅蓮で全てを集結させる。
Stop making me play as these bosses, please. Not even fun to control. Boring, slow. Why not just have this be a cutscene? It's like you're invincible. Come on, stop talking. Really gonna just keep making me play as this fucking boss character. I really hate story modes in these games. It's so much better when you just get to the grind. I don't have to deal with stupid stuff. Ridiculous. Okay, what now?
グレンは咲き乱れています。私の剣の炎容赦しませんよ。グレンで全てを集結させる。大丈夫です。
Not again. Stop making me play as this chick. Ah. The character needs to like die or retire or something. You're invincible during these gimmick fights too, so it's like it's not even really challenging. It's just like it really is just a gimmick. That's pretty much exactly what it is. There really isn't anything else to it. It's like it's supposed to be cool, but those boss characters control way worse, and they have a lot less mechanics than the normal characters. So they end up just feeling half-baked. I mean, that's generally how gimmick levels are. No, I don't play Final Fantasy. Please don't ask excessive questions today. I'm barely hanging on right now. You're asking a lot of questions yesterday. Just relax and watch. What's up, man? You want to come up? Come on. You can come up. Yeah, Groupie's being mean right now. Don't worry about her. You're okay. You can come up. Come on. Hey, man. Hi. Hi. Look who's here. Let's turn the camera on. A guest has appeared. It's this little guy. What's up, dude? Yeah. Yeah. Good boy. Aw. Yeah. Daddy's not feeling well. Just relax, okay? Just relax. Yeah. We're gonna do some gaming tonight. Yeah. You a gamer too? Yeah. Aw. Good boy. Yeah. Go play with your brothers. Most of them don't really understand how to, they don't understand how to get on my lap. They're still kind of like grasping that. They've only been coming inside for about 2 weeks now. And some things that the other cats take for granted, they don't quite get. What are you doing? Yeah. He's gaming too. He's playing with his cat toy. Yeah. He's getting tired. He's been playing all day. His brother is outside somewhere. Like how it's called Journey of Torture. They make you play those shitty gimmick fights. It's a very fitting name. Journey of Torture. That's eerily fitting. Journey of Torture. I definitely felt that way the first time I played this on the Chinese server. Not pulling any punches there. It really is the journey of torture. There's more to come of those shit boss gimmick fights too.
紅蓮は咲き乱れています。大丈夫。
Yeah, who's that? Oh, Toopy. Yeah.
紅蓮は咲き乱れています。紅蓮は
the sword guy is not the usual useless, slow-ass character. Breaking barriers. Like every other great sword character in these games, it's fucking torture to play because they're too slow. They should all be as fast as him. Yes, yes, what? Yes, they're all on. Yes. Yes, yes. Thank you. Fuck is interact? I don't care about the story. Fuck interacting with the story. Skip it. That great sword is always a shit weapon to me. They're too slow. Slow characters usually suck in these games. Almost always. It's very rare for them to not be terrible. Especially in beat 'em ups. Beat 'em ups is always the worst. Muso games too. Tend to be pretty bad in Muso games as well. I think beat 'em up slow characters are like usually the worst. Out of that entire archetype, they're almost always like unplayable. Like causing self-harm playing them. Usually in beat 'em ups it's like the fast character is usually the best one, or like the all-rounder. The slow characters struggle to do what they can. They do it a lot faster too. Unless it's Max from Streets 2. Max from Streets 2 is like actually the fastest character, ironically enough. Max from Streets 2 is like really intelligently designed. He's slow at first glance, but he has the fastest kill speeds. And he also moves across the screen faster than Skate. Weird, they kind of like nailed that kind of design of somebody who's slow at first glance, but not to the point of being useless. They nailed that like 30 years ago. But hardly anybody else seems to really be able to do that. It's really weird to me. It's one of the few instances where the slow character is actually fastest in both traversal speed and killing times. Maybe Monster Hunter too. Monster Hunter's another one. You know, people get really crazy kill speeds in Monster Hunter with a great sword and stuff. But everybody's slow in Monster Hunter, so I don't know how much that really counts. The fast weapons are slow in that game.
紅蓮で全てを集結させる。また会えるはずです。
Yeah, Congo's another shit slow character in beat 'em ups. Everybody else could do the same thing he does, but better. He looks cool, but he's way slower and has like absolutely nothing to really counter the fact that he's slow. Typical bad slow character beat 'em up design. Especially because in that game, doing combos on bosses is limited to one aerial hit. Oh, he doesn't even really have that going for him. At least in Street 4, the slow characters can still like combo just as much as everybody else. They might have to work a little bit harder for it, but they're still viable in terms of bossing. But in like Sengoku 3, you really can't even do anything to bosses in the first place. So why would you play as him over the other characters? They really don't give you a reason to, outside of just wanting to self-inflict pain on yourself. I remember I tried him when that game came out, and I was really disappointed. Like I said, it's like they mastered that shit with Max. But like, nobody else has really come close. Max is a speedrun character. I think Max has the fastest clear times on Streets 2 by a pretty large margin. And Streets 2 is a very optimized game. I think he actually has the fastest clear times by quite a bit. Even if he was a good grappler, the final boss could completely invalidate him. That's the problem every other grappler has in beat 'em up with hyper armor and stuff. Like suddenly their core gameplay mechanic just stops working. AOF All-Star is really criminal for doing that. Any character with a bunch of grabs, unless they have a good grab cannon animation, is useless in the end game. Except for Chrysalid. Chrysalid has like 2/3 of his moveset is grabs, but he's like actually still really good in that game on end game content. They gave him special treatment, though, obviously.
戦闘終了。お次の戦闘は何ですか？
Max in Streets 4 is really fast too. he's like a secret speedster character, which is pretty cool. Max's attack speed is crazy in Streets 4. He's actually very fast. It's just you have to learn to do more than just walk with him. If you walk, he's slow, but ironically in that game, he's like not much slower than everybody else. The slow walk speed doesn't really affect him.
全ての障害を
気持ちよかった。
大丈夫。紅蓮で全て集結される。
粉々にしてやるぜ。
It's because the way the enemies are designed. That's why
気持ちよかった。
the enemies can like practically teleport around you, and your character is way slower than them. That's why. That's pretty much the main reason. The enemy speed is like not really balanced with the character speed. They can like walk circles around you, and some of the characters they feel like they can't really deal with it. On Mania Plus, it's definitely more apparent. It's not like it's impossible to beat. It's just you feel like you're at an inherent disadvantage. You have to keep in mind you're dealing with beat 'em up boomers who don't want things to go past punch and jump, which is what caused the genre to get stagnant and stale for so long. But the problem is now beat 'em up boomers are actually making their own beat 'em ups, and some of those are just punch and jump too. I'm a beat 'em up boomer too. I mean, I remember playing Final Fight when I was like 4 years old. I grew up with those games. I'm as old as those guys are, but some people are not able to move on and realize that not everything new is terrible. There actually is merit to new things.
私はいつでも命令を待っています。
People don't think about that kind of stuff. They think that their way is always the right way. It's like, well, it's not. And it's like if you just want to punch and jump, then you have literal dozens and dozens of games that you can do that in. You can't expect everybody to want things to just stay the same. Every other genre has evolved. Ironically, a lot of stuff that people who play other games take for granted, those things all came from beat 'em ups. They won't admit it though. They hate beat 'em ups, but it's like even stuff like QTEs making you invincible and stuff, like those are all from beat 'em ups. Some people just can't accept change. They want the same thing over and over. I love arcade-based games too, but if you put out something in 2021 that's just punch and jump, I'm not going to be interested in it because it doesn't really feel like anything has really progressed. It's the same thing I've been doing for like 30 years. I need more than that to be engaged. And it's not a bad thing to like have acceptance towards things being made better. Well, I'm 35, so I grew up with all that stuff. It was a big part of my childhood. All those games I played a lot of. So I'm a little bit older than Final Fight. I remember playing Final Fight in the arcade when I was a kid, and at the time that was a very crazy game. Just how much far ahead it was than everything else that was coming out. The graphics and the gameplay. Fortunately, not all beat 'em up boomers are created equal. That's kind of the reality of it. Beat 'em up boomers don't really have open minds towards new things. The same with Muso too. People that haven't liked Muso for like 15 years, but they keep complaining about the new games instead of like finding something to play that they do enjoy. Like play another genre or something. It's okay to not like the same thing you liked as a kid. I mean, that's called growing up and evolving. But some people can't let it go. I generally do like most of the things I still liked as a kid, but I also accept that those things needed to evolve to stay relevant, and beat 'em ups haven't for a long time. That's why Streets 4, despite its shortcomings, is a good game, because despite the things that it does poorly, it still tried to do something different with an ancient formula. And a lot of the things it did, despite its flaws, actually really work out. And just things like having OTGs in the game increases the pacing, and being able to pick up things with a separate button is huge too. I mean, that's something that's been plaguing beat 'em ups for decades. Having a bunch of crap on the ground and you suddenly can't like play the game anymore. Alien vs. Predator is notorious for that. Second half of that game becomes like, it's not a bad, it's still a great game, but just because there's no pickup button, it gets a lot more clumsy and weird to play. But then people say that Streets 4 didn't do anything good. I'm like, they have a pickup button. You don't have to like the combat or the decisions they make with the game design, but you can't deny that just having a fucking pickup button is like massive. Yeah, the Muso community does that a lot too. They keep
グレンは
circle
咲き乱
jerking
れて
about the PS2 games. And it's like, when was the last time you played those? If you went back and played those, would you really enjoy them, or would you just be wishing for the improvements that that genre has gotten? You know, since like the PS3 days. I think it would probably be the latter, but they wouldn't admit it.
私の手に
It's like if you don't like the new games, then don't play them. The old games have not gone anywhere. It was the same thing when the Final Fantasy remake came out.
戦
People were
闘終了
complaining it's not turn-based.
お
It's
次
like,
の戦
well,
闘は何ですか
the old game's still there. People don't seem to realize it's been like 25 years since that game came out. The standards change. Wouldn't have sold as many copies as they did if it was turn-based. And it's not like they wiped all traces of the old game off the internet. You can go play the old one. Shit, I do that all the time. I play a lot of old games on here during these streams. They're not wiped from existence. They didn't like unleash an EMP that made those games not work anymore. You can still play them. Sometimes change is necessary. If you want the games to keep coming out, you kind of have to accept change too. Plus, there's so many games that do turn-based better than Final Fantasy does anyway right now. There's definitely no shortage of turn-based games. But people don't really want to give other stuff a chance, so... I'm gonna save these for the next character, I think. I don't want any of these peeps. Alpha is basically Virgil. I have Alpha on the Chinese version. I'm just gonna save these for her. I'll probably just cash her. I like this game enough. I have played it before. I played the Chinese version for a couple months, but I was a free player. I didn't spend a cent on that game. Alright, well, I think that's enough of this for now. Let's play something else. Mix it up a bit. What's up, man? Yeah. We're gonna eat in about an hour. You ready? Daddy's gonna eat too. He's got some snacks. Yeah. Daddy's gonna have his snack and then you guys will eat. What are you doing? Silly boy. Yeah. Hello. Ah, you bastard. Supposed to put him in there, he insta-dies. Get in there. Easy kills. Yeah. Yeah, Boris is well designed too. Hey, Groupie. I never saw this game in the arcade. That was the last beat 'em up Konami made, and they actually started to realize that their earlier ones had shit mechanics. X-Men and Turtles games and Simpsons. Hello. No, I don't know. I don't really care about co-op. I don't have people to play those games with, so.
turn it off right there. You know, right there. There's the button. It moves. The side button right there.
I don't know what's wrong with it. I don't know how to use these things.
Yeah, that's the button. Maybe it glitched a little bit. Yeah, I'll let it sit for a little while.
Sorry.
Oh no, it's okay. You see, buddy?
Yeah, I know. He's gonna have to move soon.
Yeah. Can you get all the trash right here in front of you?
What trash?
The plates right
Yes.
there.
Yeah, I know.
Well, poo-poo. Well, poo-poo. Well, poo-poo. What are we gonna do, poo-poo? What are we gonna do, poo-poo? Ew, you stink like poo-poo. What's that, babies? I have to get a new phone soon. Thank you, dearie. It gets overloaded sometimes.
Hmm.
It's old, it's 2017.
I think playing shmups while I'm streaming like this is not wise because I can't see the ship when a message comes up. All the other genres of games I play are completely fine, but shmup, no. I think if I play shmups on these streams while I'm over at my neighbor's house, it will have to be in private. Especially a horizontal shmup. In a vertical shmup, it's not as bad, but in a horizontal, it makes it unplayable.
come back and get it in a minute.
Oh man, these guys are the best team.
俺は
This team is fire.
誰だふざけるさあ思い出せない
Soundtrack.
記憶喪失という
冗談ではこ私たちはあの時花を踏まりま
いいね
I'm done for now. I'm gonna hop off. I need some time to have my snack before I feed them. I should be back for more tonight. And probably do some same games I've been playing, Streets 4 and maybe some East 9 tonight. I'll see you guys in about 2 hours, give or take.